Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Let's talk about Bitcoin. I do in fact want to give you guys, an update what is happening with Bitcoin and of course the entire crypto market today. And today I'm gonna go ahead and invest a bit more into Bitcoin. You guys saw, right? If you guys haven't seen my most recent video, that about 2 days ago, a couple of days ago, I did in fact invest into Bitcoin. Today, I decided, right, since Bitcoin is not really moving, right, Bitcoin is still pretty much consolidating at this level of 37K, right, it's still below 40K. So I thought to myself, right now, it's still a great time to buy Bitcoin. We're still in the buy zone. We are still in the, accumulation phase right now. Okay, we should all be at least dollar cost averaging, DCAing into Bitcoin right now. Right now is a once in a lifetime opportunity to do all that because Bitcoin, the Bitcoin bull market is obviously right around the corner. And of course, there is in fact a fair few charts that I want to show you guys for today's video. So yes, you guys can see Bitcoin right now holding strong at $37,000. Okay, 37,400. We're on in fact in the 4-hour time frame. If we go to the daily time frame, you guys can just clearly see Bitcoin is still up, right? We know, a couple of weeks ago, it did in fact have a pump up, right? So Bitcoin is still holding very, very strong, at $37,000. So the entire crypto market today is not really moving, right? You guys can clearly see the global crypto market cap sitting at 1.43 trillion, and overall the market today is down 0.30%. So, for the past 24 hours, we're not really seeing much movements. Everything is just still holding steady. You have to see Ethereum holding at $2,000, above $2,000. So that's great to see. And you guys can see other altcoins are not really moving today, right? You guys can just, clearly see that for the past 24 hours, right? But you guys can clearly see the FinGreed index. It seems like a lot of people out there, investors and whatnot, are in fact feeling a bit more greed right now. You guys can see 73. We're in fact in a greed mode right now, even yesterday, last week, even last month, right? And it's great to see that the FinGreed index is in greed mode, because we have been seeing the FinGreed, index in like extreme fear, even just in fear, right, or in neutral as well. So it's great to see that, the FinGreed index is in fact in greed mode, right, 100% in the greens. You guys can just clearly see that. And soon enough, right, it's going to get even more in the greed mode, right, in the greens, because, the bull market, the bull run is about to happen, guys. So be prepared for that. Now, the Bitcoin monthly returns, November this month, is in fact about to end. We have less than a week left into this month, and so far we are up 8%, 8.2%, right? So far for Bitcoin, which is not too bad. We saw last month Bitcoin was performing pretty well. It was up 28.5%, almost 30% for that month. So it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin, right? For the past, few weeks, it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin so far. So obviously, November, we're going to see if we can go, surpass 10%. We will see, but time will tell, right? We only have less than a week left into this month, and then it's going to be December. So that's that. Now, let's get into these Bitcoin charts, starting off with this one. And this chart is very, very simple. It just shows you guys, that we're going to see something very similar to what happened in 2016 to where we are now in 2023, right? So you guys can see 2016, we had a neckline, and we had the halving, right? We had the halving in 2016. You guys can see that around July, and then after the halving, that's when Bitcoin just absolutely exploded and skyrocketed up to the upside, right? That's when the real bull run pretty much began. So April next year, 2024, right, where this line is, this is when the halving is going to happen. And potentially, yes, Bitcoin will obviously pump, It may not pump straight away, but in the next, few weeks, few months, yes, it will pump up, guys. So be prepared for that, because the Bitcoin halving is obviously right around the corner, right? So it's very, very bullish for Bitcoin. We all should be feeling very, very bullish right now, right? And that's why the fin greed index is in the greed mode, right? Everyone is feeling greedy, okay? So that's good, right? That is very, very bullish. So here's another chart that I really, really wanted to show you guys. Bitcoin is in bull mode, okay? What we saw, a couple of months ago was potentially the final shakeout, and it seems like it's going to be all ups from here for Bitcoin. Okay, so it seems like this chart is just showing us that it's really all ups from here for Bitcoin. It's all ups, guys. Okay, and I've been telling us this many times. So for all the people out there that is still waiting for Bitcoin to, drop back down to 20K to 12K to even 10K, you're going to be waiting forever, because I told you guys, okay, in Bitcoin history, starting from now, we will potentially never, ever, ever see Bitcoin at 20K ever again, or even below 20K ever again in Bitcoin history. Understand that, guys, right? It's all ups from here. And what's crazy is I know a lot of people out there are still waiting for a 12K Bitcoin or even a 10K Bitcoin, right? And like I said, you're going to be waiting forever. And this is why, guys, you should never time the market. DCA, right? This is where you just dollar cost average. This is where this comes in. Okay, so that's that. It's all ups from here, guys. Okay, for Bitcoin. It's in bull mode. Understand that, right? So be ready for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there that's watching this video right now. So Bitcoin, if you guys want to take your profits, and I told you guys, right, if you want to take your profits, if you actually need that money, go ahead and take your profits. No one has gone broke taking profits, and this is how you actually make money, right? By taking profits. So potentially, and I have a good feeling this is going to happen, 2025, the potential cycle top in October of 2025 is going to be the actual top. So understand, guys, throughout 2025, this is where we should be taking our profits. Like I said, if you really need the money, go ahead and take your profits, right? But if you don't need the money, keep hodling, right? But take some profits at least, guys, right? If you don't want to, sell your entire Bitcoin, sell something, you know what I mean, to make that money, because eventually, right? Eventually, guys, Bitcoin will drop. Okay, 2026, okay, it's going to drop. So this is a simple plan for Bitcoin, guys. The next chart, which is this one, buy in 2023, hold in 2024, take profit in 2025. Okay, and then of course 2026, this is when Bitcoin is going to drop again, right? And this is where we're gonna potentially, most likely, obviously enter the next bear market, right? It's always the same cycle. It's always the same thing. You guys can just clearly see that, right? We have a bull run, okay, then it drops. We have a bull run, and then it drops. And understand, guys, you guys can just clearly see every single time we have a bull run, it always happens when the halving begins, right? When the halving actually happens for Bitcoin, this is where the real bull run begins. So understand, guys, 2024, 2025 are going to be some amazing years for Bitcoin and crypto overall, right? Understand, it's not just going to be Bitcoin pumping. It's all obviously going to be altcoins as well, guys, right? So we should be buying right now, okay? And yes, we should be buying in 2024 as well, right? But right now is the most important time to buy Bitcoin, because it's still below 40K, okay? And Bitcoin is still below 100K. Eventually, right, somewhere in 2025, sometime in 2025, we're going to see Bitcoin over 100K, 150K to 200K, even over 200K. Okay, I've been telling us that many, many times. Okay, it's very, very possible for Bitcoin. So be ready for that, right? Buy now, guys. And clearly, this is not, obviously, it's not financial advice. So always do your own research, right? But yes, guys, right now is the perfect time to get into Bitcoin, to DCA into Bitcoin, right? Keep it simple, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and buy some more Bitcoin today, okay? Like I said, Bitcoin has, in fact, been consolidating. You guys can just clearly see that. So right now is clearly still a great time to buy some Bitcoin, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, chuck in 300. And there we have it. Okay, so I just bought some more Bitcoin, and I hope you guys are still, simply DCAing into Bitcoin as well. Okay, and I'm gonna stop here. I'm obviously still gonna be buying some more Bitcoin the next few days. If I see opportunity, I'm gonna go ahead and buy. So that's that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give thumbs up, subscribe. to the channel. That is always appreciated. Let's get to 3,000 subscribers, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.